course, says Timucin quickly. It's wonderful, but my own arrow is so... He stops, embarrassed. But Chuzir just laughs and jabs him in the ribs so hard that Timucin will start crying if he does not stop himself with all the strength he has. "That's not the point," says Chuzir, laughing, "because you probably needed just as much time to carve it as I spent helping that rip-off merchant Shezhen carry wood whilst he sat by the fire keeping himself warm." Perhaps that is true, thinks Timucin. Nevertheless, he is ashamed of the gift. If this were someone else, he would suspect them of trying to embarrass him by making such an exaggerated gift. But not Chuzir. Chuzir is his best friend, his only friend even, despite the fact that he is the Khan's son. Or perhaps it is because he is the Khan's son. "Come on," says Chuzir, jabbing him in the ribs again. "Let's go and try them out." Just the very idea of shooting this exquisite arrow and perhaps damaging it fills Timucin with horror. But Chuzir has already turned on his heels and run off, so Timucin follows him. He runs as fast as he can, but he just cannot keep up with Chuzir and will probably lose him. Chuzir sees that his best friend is having trouble and slows down, then stops entirely. Nevertheless, Timucin is completely out of breath when he too gets to the top of the hill. Chuzir does not say anything, but he cannot stop himself from grinning. Not that he tries for one moment either. "I bet I get to the trees before you," Chuzir says. He is not even breathing heavily, while Timucin's lungs are burning like fire, and his heart is beating so hard he thinks it might burst. "What a cheek," thinks Timucin to himself, and then he turns to Chuzir. "Why don't you just tell me what I have to do for you?" he asks grumpily. "After all, I shall have to do it anyway when I lose the bet, so I might just as well save my strength." Chuzir grins and makes as if to jab him in the ribs again, but he just runs around and starts strolling towards the woods. Timucin follows, cursing himself for what he has just said. Of course, Chuzir will never tell anyone anything about it. Timucin is his friend after all, and they are about to become brothers in oath. Yet if one of the other boys has heard what he has said, then it will just lead to more rumours in the village, and his father will not like that at all. He will have to be more careful about what he says. The two young warriors reach the trees at the same time. Chuzir takes his bow from his shoulder, loads it with Timucin's arrow, and inspecting it closely, draws it halfway back. There he holds it, waiting until Timucin too has cocked his bow. He nods the signal to shoot, and then draws back his bow in a movement as smooth as it is strong. "Forever," he says. "Forever," echoes Timucin. Their arrows fly off with a twin crack. Despite being too short, bent, and warped, Timucin's arrow, sped by Chuzir's bowstring, flies almost twice as far as the richly decorated work of art that he himself has shot off. It must have flown at least 200 paces, perhaps even 300, before burrowing into the ground halfway between the trees and the river bank. "Forever," says Chuzir once again, and this time, too, Timucin echoes him. Chuzir is beaming. A warm feeling comes over Timucin, accompanied nevertheless by a strange feeling of emptiness, almost of disappointment.